Good morning, boys and girls. The title of our story this morning is Caterpillar to Butterfly. I want you to think about whether or not this book is fiction, a made-up story, or nonfiction, a real story with real facts in it. Did you guess nonfiction? You were correct. Here is the table of contents, and what I love about nonfiction is that we don't have to read it all the way through. With nonfiction, we can look at the topics for each chapter, we can read them out of order, and the story still makes sense. That would not work for a fiction book to read it in any order we choose, right? Because the story wouldn't make sense. But today we're going to go straight through. So the table of contents, I see we're going to start with a riddle. I love riddles. Page 4. Let's go. What? Oh my gosh, this is too easy for us. What starts as an egg and then walks on many legs and then uses wings to fly? A butterfly. That was way too easy for us. But let's think about this life cycle. Eggs, legs, wings. Beautiful butterflies is our heading for this page. The heading tells us what the whole page will be about. Butterflies are fun to watch. They fly with loops and dives. Some have bright colors. Some have bold patterns too. What do you call an insect that's running out of gas? A sputterby butterfly. That's cute. 4 stages. What will the whole page be about? 4 stages. It's also fun to watch butterflies change. They change a lot in their short lives. In fact, there are 4 stages in a butterfly's life. Number 1, egg. Number 2, caterpillar. Number 3, chrysalis. And number 4, butterfly. Notice how they label each picture, and look how detailed that egg is. I wonder how it sticks to this branch. Here we have a labeled caterpillar on a leaf, and I really love the way they teach you to pronounce the word. Pronounce is just a fancy word for how to say it. Chrysalis. Down here, it says, catch a word, steps of how something grows. And they also labeled this a very special butterfly that we're going to learn all about this week called a monarch butterfly. Stage 1. I like the way the book told us all 4 stages we'll learn. And now they're going to go into detail about each stage. Stage 1, egg. Oh my gosh, look how tiny the egg is. Sometimes I like to read the labels before I read and just kind of look at the pictures so that when I do read the text, it makes more sense to me. This is a Malayan egg fly butterfly. They look like jewels or beads. Butterfly eggs come in all different shapes. Wow, look at these chains. All right, ready, read. A mother butterfly lays many eggs on a leaf or a branch. Each egg is close to food. Caterpillar food, that is. The subheading, stage 2 the heading is caterpillar. The tiny caterpillar bites a hole in the egg. It crawls out of the egg. The caterpillar is very hungry. The caterpillar eats its shell. It's kind of gross. Kind of cool though, right? Oh my gosh, look at it here in the egg, and then it eats out, and then it eats the whole shell. Then it eats the leaf it's on. The caterpillar moves to another leaf, and then it eats that too. Are these eyeballs? Look at those eyeballs. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. The caterpillar grows and grows. It gets too big for its skin. Oh my gosh, look, old skin. It sheds its old skin like a snake. The new skin fits for a while, but then the caterpillar is too big for that skin too. Caterpillars shed their skin 4 or 5 times. This is a small white butterfly caterpillar. What's green and dangerous? A caterpillar with a bad temper. That's okay. It's not that funny. Stage 3, chrysalis. Everyone say it with me. Chrysalis. By now, the caterpillar is ready to rest. It hangs upside down. It sheds its skin one more time. The new layer is called a chrysalis. It is a hard shell. Inside, the caterpillar is changing. It stays in the chrysalis for 10 to 14 days. It starts as a monarch butterfly caterpillar. Look at how many details are in the body of that caterpillar. It looks like the chrysalis starts at its head. Reminds me of a sleeping bag. Stages of a caterpillar forming its chrysalis. This is a good example of a caption. These words explain the picture. Stage 4, butterfly. This is a Julia butterfly. It's really beautiful, isn't it? Butterfly. The chrysalis moves. It splits open. The butterfly wiggles out. Its wings are wet and crumpled. Blood pumps into the butterfly's wings. They get bigger and harden. The wings dry. Now the butterfly is ready to fly. Have a good trip, butterfly. Boys and girls, I just learned something new. I didn't know that a butterfly had blood. That's a good question I should ask. Do all insects have blood inside them? Do insects have a heart? I don't know. That's really interesting. That they start out all wet and soggy, and then blood pumps into the butterfly's wings, and they grow big and dry out, and they harden. How are caterpillars and babies alike? They both creep and crawl. That's kind of funny. Not really. Okay. All right, our heading is time for lunch. This heading tells us what the text will be about. What do you think the text will be about on this page? If you said what a caterpillar eats, I think you're right. And I want to read this word, catchword, nectar, a sugary liquid found in flowers. A butterfly doesn't eat plants like a caterpillar. It has no mouth. I didn't realize that either. A butterfly drinks nectar from flowers. It drinks juice from fruit. A tube on its head works like a straw. Slurp. My gosh, imagine, what if you had no mouth? You had to slurp up or suck in everything you drank, just like a straw, just like you had a straw. That's amazing. The other question I wonder is, how did they get this incredible picture? Did the photographer have to wait all day for the butterfly to land? That's an amazing close-up picture. Cool butterfly facts. Number 1, butterfly wings are covered with tiny scales. Number 2, the world's smallest butterfly is the blue pygmy. It's the length of a pushpin from wing to wing. Oh my gosh, that's teeny tiny. Butterflies are found all over the world, except in Antarctica and the driest deserts. Number 4, there are 17,000 kinds of butterflies in the world. Wow, that's a lot. Number 5, butterflies taste with their feet. What? They have taste sensors there. That's incredible, boys and girls. What if we were butterflies and we tasted with our feet? Sounds kind of gross because we walk around. But since butterflies fly, not quite so gross. Number 6, the world's largest butterfly is the Queen Alexandra birdwing. It is as long as a ruler from wing to wing. Wow, that's like a bird. The heading of this page is back off. Uh-oh, dun dun dun. This looks scary. What do you think back off is going to tell us? I think it's going to tell us about animals who want to eat butterflies. Let's read. Caterpillars and butterflies are a tasty snack for predators, but they have tricks to keep predators away. Some hide using camouflage. Oh, wow. Can you see the butterfly in this picture? Some can be deadly to eat. Ooh, that's a good defense mechanism. Some look like other things. Camouflage, an animal's natural color or shape that helps hide it from the enemy. predator, an animal that eats other animals. Moth or butterfly. Moths and butterflies look alike. Here's how to tell them apart. Say antennae. Antennae. Oh, antennae. Here it is. Butterflies. So on butterflies, antennae are thin and have little knobs at the end. Bodies are slender. They can be brightly colored. They mostly fly during the day. On a moth, the antennae slim to a point and then look like feathers. Oh my gosh, they do look like feathers. Wow. Their bodies are fat and furry. I didn't know moths' bodies were furry. They're usually brown, tan, or white, and they mostly fly at night. Interesting. Bring butterflies to you. You can bring butterflies to your backyard. We can? I want to do that. Let's find out how. Make a butterfly garden. But first, ask an adult for help. This is a swallowtail butterfly. Here's what you need. Plants that are local to your area. Plants that bloom at different times. Orange, purple, yellow, pink, and red flowers. Flowers that are clustered together. Flat-topped flowers. A sunny spot for butterflies to rest like a flat stone. A wet or watery spot for butterflies to drink. No chemicals, which can kill butterflies or caterpillars. Thumbs up if you want to make a butterfly garden. That sounds like fun. Wait a minute, it didn't include the most important thing. It said plants that are local to your area, but it didn't tell us what kinds of plants. That's probably because kids might read this all over the world, and if they tell them get milkweed, maybe milkweed's not available. So we'll have to do further research to find out what kind of plants attract butterflies. What in the world? Oh, I love these pictures. They're so fun. These pictures show close-up views of butterfly things. Use the hints below to figure out what's in the pictures. The answers are on page 31. Oh, don't look at the answers. They're down at the bottom. Let's look at the word bank. Read with me. Caterpillar. Caterpillar. Butterfly, wing. Chrysalis. Chrysalis. Egg. Antennae. I think that's the plural of antenna. If there's one, it's an antenna, but if there's two, it's an antennae. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Camouflage. All right, number one, a hint. A caterpillar starts here. I have a feeling these are going to be too easy for you. What's your answer? If you said egg, you were right. Number two, big changes happen in here. What's your answer? If you said chrysalis, you're right. Number three, hint, it's an all-day eater. If you said caterpillar, you were right. Number four, hint, this is covered with tiny scales. If you said butterfly wing, you were right. Number five, hint, it uses this to hide from predators. If you said camouflage, you were right. And number six, hint, you won't find these on your head. If you said antennae, you were right. Camouflage, nectar, predator, and stages. Thanks for listening.